short commercial break. Meanwhile, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has been having sleepless nights. Why? There is an impeachment motion that is on the way, and his allies have been grilled by the DCI of allegations of sponsoring demos. But even as that is ongoing, already he has a backing from the Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka and Jubilee's Jeremiah Kioni that if he will be ousted, then they got his back. And now to Muthiora. You know, on the woes and tribulations that Gachagua is now facing.
Yes.
It's not all rosy. Since ODM came on board, are you reading malice?
Well, in politics, we don't call it malice. It's just how the game is played. And I'm thankful that you gave us an opportunity to look at the crystal ball here first. And you asked, what does Gachagua's future look like? And I told you that it's time for Gachagua to prepare for political early retirement. That we've gotten to a point where if things are done the conventional way, then we should say goodnight to Gachagua. And indeed, we are seeing the signs. So it's time for him to unleash the hidden cards. But first, let's disown these very disparaging remarks that the Gen Z movement has received backing from Gachagua, that's him and his allies who have caused for it to be what it is. The truth is, these are Kenyans who are self-mobilized. So them going there is throwing stones into the bush, not sure what you're aiming at or what you will hit. It's unfortunate that we have outsiders in the names of Kalonzo Musyoka, Jeremiah Kioni, warming up to welcome Gachagua, when Gachagua should duly be working for Kenyans in the executive. He has security tenure, and if we are going to spend our time and resources to impeach our deputy president, then we clearly have not prioritized the right way, because the person we should be going for is the president. He is the one that takes the most responsibility. If he was not able to call his principal assistant to order, then it's the whole pair that should be targeted in the purge that we hear is going to happen. Gachagua will survive, I can tell you that for sure, because indeed, if William Ruto is not going to resign, then there'll be sufficient grounds to push them both out.
Julia, you know, Gachagua has been ensnared in his own traps. He remained adamant that there will be no Raila Odinga joining the government, but that has happened. It's believed during the push and pull of whether ODM or Azimio should be part of the government, Gachagua was backing, you know, Kalonzo. Don't allow Baba to join this government. But now that it happened, without even, you know, a go ahead from, you know, other leaders in Azimio, is this the reason now Gachagua is being purged out, and at least you come from the mountain? How does it augur well with the people of the mountain that Gachagua could soon be set to oblivion,
as Muthiora is trying to... You know, Gachagua is there to stay. That is number one. And Kenyans, they should brave themselves in another 2-3 years for a deputy president named Rigathi Gachagua.
Despite the impeachment motion?
I mean, you see, the impeachment motion is a theatric that they're trying to do, and the president will come in and try to save and say, I think the president wants to sanitize himself through Gachagua. And then he is bringing that issue to parliament with some people who are actually trying to, in quote, showing that they are alleged to him, so that by the time the impeachment motion is there and all that, the president can just come and say, hey, you guys, you are in my party, and now I've said stop. Is the dad kaput, you know? So I think as the people of Mountain, we are not happy with the shenanigans that is in Parliament. And I want to talk to the people who are from the Mountain, because some of them, they're actually being used to actually bring our man, who is Gachagua, I mean, I didn't vote for this government, but I live with this government and I work for this government. And I mean, there's nowhere this government is going to go before 2027, you know, and despite there'll be all this protests and all that. But what we are trying to say, Gachagua people must stop joking with him. And if they want this country to burn, let them go and fight Gachagua. And I'm telling you, it will be in frames.
You can
because
say that.
Kenya cannot
ban
we cannot look at one man because he's a Kikuyu there, he's from the mountain. Why can't we host other people?
Well,
no. That thing.
There's a court case right now, and the petition is E56 of 2024 that says that Rigathi Gachagua and President William Ruto have willfully violated the constitution, and there are 31 grounds for their removal.
So Julia, you hold the position that if at all Gachagua is to go, Ruto also must go.
Yes, and then that will be a fair game, and then we go back to elections and we get another person.
That is not on the breath of incitement of violence.
From the mountain, I am telling you, our man is Gachagua, and whether he has his own misfits or whatever, he is ours, and we are not going. No, we are not going to allow. We are not going to allow anybody today. If you go to Nyanza, if today you go to Nyanza and talk about Raila, you'll be stoned. Okay.
I'm insisting to interject.
All right, go ahead.
Chacha, that's what I talked about, the language we use. The language we use. I'm happy now you have also realized that there's a problem with the assertions and arguments made by her at every stage. Let me tell you, you have seen the shift of her conversation. From the moment when she was like, Gen Zs will ensure that the government goes home, and now that this government is not going home, I assume I'm also now to talk about my region. And then now I say, let Raila be in that government by force just like you want, because the government is for everybody. Can I be right?
And I said, Raila, it is good that he's in government.
Let us not state statements like the country must ban on this national television. I beg that we have decorum in how we present our
Kenya
points.
will not ban.
Yeah, please let us present facts in a
politically you meant not shedding of blood.
Yes, not shedding of blood, but what we are saying, he cannot be. You know, everybody is talking about his impeachment. I mean, he's a state officer. Why can't he let be?
Can I also come in?
Well, now come in.
I just need a
on Gachagua.
Number one. I wanted to be made very clear that Raila Odinga is not in government.
Yes.
Yeah, so don't say that Raila Odinga is in government. Raila Odinga is outside government, is not holding any position in government as we speak. Number two.
Kennedy, one would argue that he's preparing for the AU, so of course he couldn't take any position in the government.
That is the fact. Whether he's preparing for AU or not, he is not in government.
But his top ODM officials are in now government.
Let me tell you. Top ODM officials are in government and they have resigned those positions as we speak.
You know,
they are not in government because
anyone talking like you right now, and sorry to use this language, because we can see what's happening.
So is this how we are going?
No, I'm just saying you cannot look at me and tell me that we can't clearly see what's going on. You cannot lose your two deputy party leaders, your chairman. You cannot lose your highest ranking member in the National Assembly.
Excuse me, I'm not a member of ODM. I'm a member of UDA, and my party leader is intact.
Okay, then
let's stick to
let's stick to what we can defend.
Now, what I'm saying is that the truth is that can you defend that Raila is in government? He's not in government. He's holding which position? Are you in government?
I am.
How?
I am a citizen, and I pay taxes.
So then why, if Raila is a citizen, then like you, why do you deny him then opportunity to be?
You're the one that's defending him.
What I'm saying is this, Chacha. Let us not come and reap emotions. I'm defending
one at the table.
You all talk that I was quiet. Now can we all talk?
But you interjected.
All of you are talking.
You interjected.
Kennedy, make your submissions.
I interjected honorably.
Kennedy, make your submissions.
Yes. I'm saying, number one, we have the members who have been nominated to parliament by president. They are Kenyans, and they have accepted those nominations as Kenyans, whether as party leader or what. I'm now doing my jobs now. It does not mean that I will not leave whatever I'm doing if I'm nominated to go and do something to the government.
But it's interesting, it's a coincidence that all of them are from ODM and all of them are top officials.
It's you impugning such coincidences.
But it's evident.
Number two, I want it also to be clear. For me, between the deputy president and the president, I want to make the following. While Article 150 of the Constitution allows for impeachment of the deputy president, I find it unnecessary. And it must go to Parliament and must go to everybody who supports anyone. I support both the president and I support the deputy president 100%. As I speak here as a member of UDA, because one is a party leader of UDA and another is deputy party leader. Been served with any information necessary for me to make a decision or a judgment as to who should go home. Now, investigating bodies have got a duty to do their investigation. We cannot stop them from making inquiries. Making inquiry does not mean indictment. These people have not been charged for anything. They are only suspecting. And when there's a reason to suspect, they have a duty to investigate. And if they are investigating, my brother Chacha, there's no problem. Maybe some people serving the president will also be questioned as to why they allowed a demonstration to go on by acting badly. So they will, maybe their time will come. When somebody is brought to question, let them answer.
On the impeachment question,
or to the impeachment motion, I really don't want to discuss what is not there yet. When Parliament will receive such motion, we will discuss it. Why do we discuss what is a rumor, what is not there yet? Let us wait for the substance of the impeachment motion. Like you have a petition which has been taken to court, we can discuss it. I really fear discussing impeachment motion which is not there yet. Why do we suspect impeachment? Let us not guide Parliament.
Julia, there's an interjection. Julia.
You cannot disregard the English that we know, where there is smoke, there is fire. I mean, we have the rumor that there is some
smoke.
There is
For me, I have not seen the smoke. So if you are seeing the smoke, I can't discuss what you are seeing.
But the smoke is the rumor. Yeah. Here is the...
That's why you are discussing rumor.
It is the smoke. It's the smoke we are talking about.
I insist that we don't discuss impeachment, which is
no,
not there.
No. It is out there.
Comes in this form.
Where is it?
That there are allies of the deputy president who are summoned by the DCI.
The problem? The problem.
The
problem.
Just listen to
Many people, Kenyans were allowed to discuss too much rumors, including the rumors of a price of a watch.
I believe for politics, sorry, Kennedy, we can say that is rumors. It might come.
It is rumors. It's not there. Don't bring it.
Okay, so we know that there are allies of the deputy president who are summoned by the DCI to go give information with regard to the organizing of the Gen Z.
You may also be summoned. Yeah.
And I will gladly show up.
So those people also showed up gladly.
Allow him to interject.
You know, they have also interjected. I have also learned the art of interjecting.
For decorum.
The truth is this. Here's the truth. That there are sufficient grounds for the removal of the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua. So also for the president. This has to be done procedurally because Kenya has a constitution and anything that happens must be guided by that constitution. So that said, is it the right time for members of the ruling party to be involved in this exercise? And the answer is no, it's not. They are not supposed to be going after each other. They are supposed to be going after the promises they made to Kenyans.
I wish we could discuss what is on the table.
Clapping.
So far, we have nominees in Parliament. Let us discuss them.
No,
we can discuss rumors. This is how media has interfered with
when we come up with such conversations, we are allowed and it's in our place to make speculations.
Kennedy?
It's in our place to...
For me, I'm not going to...
Kennedy, it was not me
we have speculated too much as a country. We have speculated excess.
They are going to impeach the deputy
president. You even had
members of your own party.
Let me tell you, you
even
had issues which were coming up between even Mara Soipan, President, Mara, speculations which are unnecessary. Can we let the country run? Can we let...
Okay.
Do you have a fact that there's an impeachment? Who is bringing it?
You see,
these are conversations that are there.
You see, now that you have brought the issue of...
Where are the conversations?
These are conversations that are there, and it's okay for anyone to come out and
discuss an impeachment of a deputy president which has not been brought to Parliament.
In this case, I'm not debating.
Do you have it? Do you have any impeachment
this
motion?
Panel. Kennedy, it's proper for anyone to come forth, have discussions of how 2027 look like
No, but
That's not
Yeah.
rumors.
No, but
Yeah.
there's no
It's
impeachment.
politics, and you understand how politics
Kennedy,
works.
since
So
Is
you
there
can't dispute the
impeachment?
fact that.
Bana
Since
Kariara,
you-
is there an impeachment against the deputy president?
And that's why we're saying
process
Many-
is
There is.
ongoing.
Yeah.
It just
Who's
has
moving-
not
who's
tabled.
moving
the
process?
details
Are
will
you
come out.
denying
By
that
the way,
within
many-
this week there was an attempted coup in UDA when they wanted to remove the
That
Secretary
happened.
General?
That actually happened.
And
Halende went
is it
there.
not
No,
in
just
our
a minute.
place to
Excuse
discuss
me.
it?
Excuse me. That
Kennedy,
one happened, Chacha.
trust-
The
Trusted
center
sources.
is no longer
Yes.
holding.
So for which
We
trust
are
Kennedy,
allowed
trusted
to
sources.
talk about that.
Yes.
That we are not
I
going
wish
to
you-
disclose
call
on
me,
this
call me
table.
when the sources bring it to Parliament.
Well,
yeah,
but
I'll
we
come
still,
back.
it's still
to-
in
Actually,
place.
Joe,
and
many,
it's still
many
okay
MPs have
for us
proclaimed they are not
to-
going to impeach the deputy president. We have seen them on some captions.
And this happens,
Yeah,
Kennedy, even
I mean,
economically.
it is in
There is an
the-
outlook that we can
because
set.
the deputy, I believe that the deputy
It is in
president
the
and the
public
president
domain.
Yes.
are one thing.
No, no,
we
no, no.
voted
We must
We
put
shift
all
gears
the
now.
cards on
William
top of
Ruto,
the table.
and we must keep it at that.
We shift
For me,
gears
I
now.
will not support rumors.
We shift gears now. Wiper Party has rejected ODM picks for House leadership. Remember, ODM nominated, that is actually the minority leader of the House, being Junet Mohammed, pending, of course, approval by the Azimio PG. We also have the minority whip, that is the Suba Milo Odhiambo, who has been fronted by ODM to take over that position. Park chair, Caleb Amisi. But according to Wiper, they deserve these positions. They believe already ODM is in bed with the government, and so the minority, minority leader position should belong to them. Opiah Wandayi has actually tendered resignation. That is according to the ODM party. That has not yet been approved by Parliament. But of course, Opiah Wandayi is leaving that position, and as well the park chair, that is John Mbadi. And now I was coming to, I believe, who?
It's me.
To Julia. You know, Wiper Party rejecting ODM picks. Do you believe Wiper deserves the position of the minority leader in the House?
If we go back by the coalition that was there and how they have been operating, and I'm trying to avoid some language that cannot be understood by Kenyans. I want to be a layman Kenyan who is seeing what is happening. I think they are justified. But now, back to ethics, back to, I know the Wiper leader, I don't think he would be willing to actually do what they have done. I don't think he would be willing. The truth of the matter is, and we have said here over and over again, the chest thumping of the Kenya Kwanza government, be it officials, be it MPs, be it their friends or whatever, is their downfall. Because you find like now, Kalonzo has been, has been invited, and even before he even speaks, they're already speaking for him. They're already saying, you should be taking this, you don't even have enough votes. Nobody has enough votes. 2027, GNZ, they didn't vote. And they are the majority. They're actually like 40% or 45%. So add that 45% to whatever side, be it the Azimio side, be it the UDA side. Add that. Woe unto them if they vote independently. And I'm telling you, they will change the discourse of political discourse in this country. And I see Kalonzo has been, has been taken for granted, and I think they should be able to get the positions. Unfortunately, if you look forward, you do not want to get into some mud that is brought by some people that you do not know why they brought it in the first place.
Others in ODM believe that perhaps the position of the minority leader will have been given at least this time round to a woman. That is Milo Odhiambo. And
when I speak for women, because I'm a woman, I would like it anytime to go to a woman. Even the nominees, any woman who is there, I would rather have a woman there. Even if they are to root, they would root in a motherly way. They will not be, men will take everything. And we have seen it here. You know, even how they're increasing and doubling their millions. And I don't want to mention anybody. Anytime I would advocate for a woman, even president, I would advocate for a woman, you know, minority leader, anytime I would go for that. And me, by the way, I'm a Tosha, you know.
Just before, of course, cabinet, the cabinet vetting begins at Parliament, so we'll be extending this conversation shortly with a few minutes. And to Muthiora, you know, others will argue that Junet, the number of times he's seen in Parliament compared to Millie Odhiambo.
Yes.
Of course, Millie, perhaps, she frequents being in Parliament. And Wiper's position that these positions should now belong to them. Because there's no way it's only 4 ODM officials that are picked to the cabinet, and the remaining slots again are filled by ODM members. What do you think?
The truth is, Wiper has been shortchanged in this whole arrangement. They were partners in the Azimio coalition, and there is the agreement they had before they went into the election, and clearly things have not been shared as per the arrangement then. I would like to say that President William Ruto is a master chess player when it comes to politics. ODM has been a dying party. You look at where it began and how things have been going. With every election, their numbers in Parliament have dwindled. William Ruto threw them a rope to hang themselves, and they took it by allowing their senior party members to cross the aisle. They may think they are fooling Kenyans that they volunteered those 4 to go help the government. There is no help they are going to give the government. They are going to tarnish their names even further. And you see whatever olive branch that the Wiper leader is trying to extend to Gachagua. I will caution our deputy president that he should be very wary, because this is akin to a naked person giving one a shirt to wear. That's what's going on, because really there isn't much that Kalonzo Musyoka can offer regarding Gachagua right now, given where they are at. So,
well, we'll take a short commercial break at this point. When we come back, we'll still be continuing this conversation, and in fact also touching on the ruling by the Court of Appeal as far as the Finance Act of 2023 is concerned. And just to get these live images live from Parliament, where we'll be crossing over live as soon as they begin. Today, Andrew Karanja, CS nominee Agriculture, will appear. That is at 8 a.m. any moment from now. Eden Duale from 10 a.m. Eric Muga for Water and Sanitation, Irrigation at 12 p.m. Davis Chichir, 3 p.m. and as well as Margaret Ndungu at 5 p.m. At this point, we take a short commercial break. We'll be right back with a conversation on the court ruling. Stay tuned.
Sensodyne gives you long-lasting protections against sensitivity. And people come in and they're like, oh, it works. I can have ice cream and I'm not in any discomfort. I recommend Sensodyne because it works. It's brilliant.
of emotions, relationships.
Kumbe mama, ulikuwa unafikiria kuolewa tena? Yaani unijali hata kidogo, wewe ni mbaya.
Dilemmas and complexities